Bernard, what's the overriding emotion of that one? Is it disappointment? Is it frustration? And kind of where do you feel like we could have maybe nicked all 3 points there?
Yeah, I'll agree with two. Disappointment, frustration. No disrespect to Boston in any way, shape or form. But when you go in a change room after a game of football and the players, before you even speak, are deflated, the atmosphere is dull, it's quiet. We don't need to rant and shout and scream at people. They know, and we're playing against a side that are tipped to do really well this season, like 7th in the league, so in the playoffs. Yeah, this group of players know that 1-1 draw today is not acceptable, so it speaks volumes. Frustrated, absolutely. I feel tired with it. We've created 6 1-on-1s today. Certain players on the end of things got to score. Whereas, one thing I haven't questioned with group since we've come in is the desire. But I think there's a difference in terms of desire, anticipating second balls and not sort of thinking the player's going to score. You've got to anticipate that second ball, and their keeper's made 3 very good saves wherever to tap it in. It just wasn't there. So I don't want to stand here and contradict myself that it's a lack of desire. It's just anticipating that he might miss, and if he misses, I'm here to tap it home, and I just don't think we've done that today. But in terms of application and desire away from them chances, this is a good group, and like I've just said, you're in there. It doesn't need them telling that. The gaffer's asked him out of 19 players today who's done enough. Only one player put their hand up, and if that's the case, then you've got a good group and an honest group there.
The game was in a bit of a lull when we 1-0 up. We looked quite comfortable. So how deflating was the timing, particularly of the Boston goal just before half time?
Goals change everything, don't they? And at 44 minutes, they're rubbing their hands together. They go in, it changes everything they do. They don't have to come out and chase the game. We believe even at 1-0, we still want to chase that second goal. You allow sides at this level of football to grow into the game, then don't be surprised if they get an half chance and convert it. And the frustrating thing is the amount of chances we've had and they've had, yet they've scored the equivalent of what we have. It's sort of head scratching. You're scratching your head thinking how, but that's what good players do. And Hanson's got in there and finished it well. But we've shown them that desire to go beyond Taylor, and Ramshaw's had 2 very good chances. Claudio's come on, had an impact. Jordan, could he have done better second half? Taylor, the corner at the end, you could stand here and go on about it, but the simple fact is we haven't took them chances again. It's not the first time, and it certainly won't be the last.
And you mentioned Jordan Thiel was there, signed yesterday and straight in for his debut today. How do you feel he did overall? And Claudio as well, coming off the bench.
Well, firstly, Jordan made an impact within 2 minutes. Showing his pace and how direct he can be, got his head up, picked Frank out, who again, their keeper made a great save, but Glenn showed the quality that Glenn's got to score, and we had to build on that, which we didn't. At the point at 1-1, you're looking at who can come on and change the game, and that's what Claudio's. I'm not saying he's been brought in to be an impact player, but he's certainly been brought in to give us something different off the bench, and he's shown very good signs. We just didn't get that, we just didn't get over the line in the end. But in terms of who played poor, I don't think there's been a player on the pitch today that's been bad for us. Again, it's just that execution and being clinical.
Obviously, this is the last home game for a while, over a month until we return. So plenty of miles to be clocked up, and a tough run of fixtures coming up. But games we need to go and approach and win if we want to be in and around them playoff places. Yeah,
we need to impose ourselves on the next 3 or 4 games on that opposition, and you look at the games we've got away. Alfreton away, who are above us, Charlie away, who are above us. You've got the likes of Dagenham and Chester and Gateshead, and there's not an easy game in this league, and the lads should embrace that. They should look at that and go, is the pressure off because we're not at home? No, the pressure never comes off this group of players. Every single game we play, we want to win, but we'll know where we are. Certainly are at the end of February anyway, and it's down to us to. Do we make them playoffs, sort of in touching distance? We are at the minute, and that's why it's so disappointing today. But as managers, we'll certainly embrace that next 4 or 5 games. But it's making sure the players do that as well.